Hey guys, it's Arissa and welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a while since we've sat down just to talk about makeup, so that's what we're gonna do here today, and we're focusing on blush. Blush used to be my favorite type of makeup product, but over time, I've kind of shifted a little bit more toward bronzer, wanting to put bronzer all over my face, but then being okay without blush. However, I did get some requests to do an updated blush video, so I wanted to start getting back into blush again. I've been repurchasing some old favorites ever since I've decluttered my makeup collection, and I've also picked up some new ones. So I came up with my top 5, and I think it's pretty well-rounded. I think it covers a good range of shades. And I also have an honorable mention because it's technically not marketed as a blush, but I talk about it so often I feel like I have to include it in this video. So I'll just tack it on at the end. So we'll start off with a couple of the newer shades that I've been trying and falling in love with, and the first one is by Flower Beauty. So this is called the Flower Beauty Flower Pots Powder Blush in the shade Sweet Pea. This is a matte cool tone blush, and it has some plum, mauve, pink in there. It's so beautiful. I think it's a very universally friendly color, and I love these types of shades because it gives your skin a lot of depth without being too obvious as long as you use a light hand. And I've only started recently getting into Flower Beauty. A few of you have recommended it to me, and I love the way that this applies. I think it glides on beautifully on the skin. It doesn't look patchy because some blushes really can look patchy. Like certain areas could look a little bit darker than others if the formula isn't quite right, and I think this one does a really good job. So here's a brand whose makeup I haven't really gotten into until this blush, and this is a recommendation by Kathleen Lights. This is Burts Bees Toasted Cinnamon. I love neutral blushes like this because I've mentioned this before, but it just goes really well with a bronzer. It's almost like you're contouring your cheek area, but you wouldn't really want to bring your bronzer all the way over here, but this is like a continuation and it just blends like a dream. And this is such a good blush for when you're going for that summer bronze goddess type of look. For all the fans of the classic rosy pink blush, this is my favorite, and it is the Physicians Formula Happy Booster in Rose. It's been so long since I've talked about this. This is an old school favorite that I did end up picking up because of this video. I realized that after I decluttered, I didn't really have that classic pink rosy shade in my collection, and I just remembered that I loved this and I would still recommend it to this day. I'm always a big fan of these mosaic type products where they have different shades and you blend it all together, and I think this gives you a beautiful rosy cheek, and it has the slightest sheen to it so it looks really natural on the skin. The award for best smelling product of this video goes to Physicians Formula Butter Blush, and this one is in the shade Plum Rose. I cannot get over the smell. It smells so good, and every time I use it I'm like, yes, take me on vacation. It's such a great little blush, and I love the shade because when you look at it in the pan it's like, is it gonna really do anything? But those are my favorite types of blushes, and I feel like you could really just do a video dedicated to blushes that look like that. The ones that look like nothing in the pan, but they're really good. I might do that. But yes, I love Plum Rose for every day because a lot of times I'm not really going for that pink or that coral or whatever on my cheeks. I just want a little bit of definition. I also don't want to go too bronze with the Toasted Cinnamon sometimes. This is the one that you would go for when you don't really want an obvious blush on your skin, but you want a little bit more definition. I have two other butter blushes. One is brand new that I'm looking forward to trying. It's the really light pale pink. I think Physicians Formula hit it out of the park with these butter products. The butter bronzer, the butter blush. I love these. And even in 2018, would it really be a blush video without this one? I don't think so. This is Milani's Luminoso. This is a Milani baked blush, and I love all of them, you guys know this, and I had to repurchase them just recently. Luminoso has always been a cult classic because it's the perfect peach. So Luminoso is a blush that I would reach for when I'm going for that fresh, spring, summer look that's maybe leaning a little bit more on the warm side, like with my eyeshadow, for example. Even when it's neutral, it's fine. It's really personal preference, but I'll reach for this when I'm going for more of a warm look. And if you're ever unsure about what kind of blush you want to wear, just wait till the end or closer to the end of your makeup application. That way you can see the big picture, you can see your eye look, and you can figure out what your face needs. And last but not least, my honorable mention is the Milani Illuminating Face Powder in Amber Nectar. I've mentioned this many times, and because it's not technically marketed as a blush, I wanted to include it at the very end, almost like a bonus product, because I do wear it often in as a blush. This is not a product that swatches well. You almost just have to apply it on the skin. I don't necessarily know how well it will show up on darker skin tones, but for me personally, I like it because it's so subtle, and just like that Burts Bees blush, it almost like elongates or like continues your contour, but it's not as harsh as a bronzer, and it just kind of brings it all together. It defines the face a little bit more. I absolutely love this product. I always recommend it, but again, it doesn't swatch well. So if you ever pick it up, don't think that just by like swirling it all together and putting it on the back of your hand, you can see what it exactly does, because you just have to apply it. Hi Zoe, come in. So just like that Physicians Formula Plum Rose, this is a very subtle product to put on your cheek. So if I still want that same effect, but a little bit warmer, this is what I'll reach for. And real quick, my favorite way to apply blush is an angled brush like this. I also like this kind of brush for bronzer, powder, all kinds of things. So I just love these kinds of brushes, and I think it just applies the blush perfectly right in here. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your one favorite blush is. Like if you had to get rid of all the other ones, what's the one that you will keep? Because for me right now, I think I would go with Physicians Formula Plum Rose. It seems so boring, yet it goes really far. Ooh, it took me so long to film this today. I'm like tongue-tied, and I'm gonna have to like really splice this together because I constantly like messed up and everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you guys won't see that, so that's okay. So, what else? What else? If you guys have another category that you want me to do a top 5 in, let me know. And I think that's it for now. So, I'll see you guys again on Thursday. I do post videos on Sundays and Thursdays, so please subscribe if you're interested. And I'll see you guys then. Bye!